Hi guys, welcome back. Well, we've got a pickups video for you. Yes, we're nearing the end of May. June is just around the corner. But what have we got? We've got collectables. Well, we've got Fallout collectables. I've gone a little crazy on that. We've got playing cards. Who would have thought playing cards was a thing? But it is. So I've got a stack of them. I've suddenly got into that. Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PS5 and Atari 2600. We better get into it. So, looking at what we've picked up, I suppose in the last month or so, it's a selection of all sorts of stuff, like I've mentioned. Now, I have got, on the PS5, I suppose there's some modern day classics, remakes of older games. I know one is PC and the other one is... I first played it on the Saturn, but it was also the PlayStation 1. It probably also came out on the Amiga and stuff like that, in all fairness, but we'll get into that in a bit. I thought what I'd do is I'd dive straight into the PS4 and Xbox 360 first, purely because I've only got one game of each. And starting off with the PS4, Deathwatch. I know absolutely nothing about this. I picked it up because I've got a Warhammer 4000 game on the PS3 and I quite enjoyed it. So I thought I'll just grab this. As usual, sweet FA in there apart from the disc. But let me know, have you guys got that? What do you think of it? Any good? Bad? Indifferent? For the Xbox 360, now bearing in mind service for this gets switched off very soon, so if you haven't got yourself an Xbox Series X or S, you're going to struggle a bit, I reckon. But saying that, there's horses for courses. I've been watching people load all the games actually onto it, you know, a hacked one. So, but anyway, I digress. Fallout New Vegas. Now this is probably the best way to play this game at this moment if you own, like I do, an Xbox Series X. It's only a 4 gig patch to allow you to play it, and it's supposed to update the graphics and everything. So this is actually brand spanking new. I broke the seal on it because after watching the Fallout series, I've heavily got into that, as you'll see later in this vid. And we are hammering Fallout 4 at this moment in time on the PlayStation 5. But I want to play Vegas, but I want to play it the best way I possibly can. And I actually think, even though I've mentioned it and I'm looking at it over there and I'm pointing and it's no good to you, I've got the collector's edition Fallout Vegas for the PlayStation 3 that's kindly given to me by my good friend Andy. But I want to really give this one a proper blast. I really can't remember if I ever did or didn't play it on the PlayStation 3. So I'm going to have a lot of fun. With that. What should we move on to next? Should we do playing cards? Right, playing cards. If you don't know what playing cards are by now, where the hell have you been since the dawn of time? Playing cards, they're just cards. But these are, I suppose, video game inspired playing cards. So I've got myself a Nintendo set there, and on the back of every single one. It's Donkey Kong. I'll try to show you these as best I can. And on the front, there we go, there's the Joker. We've got characters. Bomb. And these are just, obviously, characters from Nintendo. It's all they are. But you can get these in all sorts. Some of them are quite collectible, some of them are not, they're just dirt cheap. I'll just show you a few more there. Hey, Star Fox, the ship. So you get the idea. And there we go, throwing the card all over the place. Hopefully that's the only thing I'll be throwing around the room this time. But I went a bit mad. So, PlayStation playing cards, but I bought 2 packs. That one's sealed, that one's open. And it's because we played poker. Or rather we did. So these are all just, you know, a little bit of PlayStation inspired ones. They're just, there's nothing special about these, if I'm honest. But they're just something a little different. But I went a bit daft with it. So, we also have Call of Duty. That one's sealed. Call of Duty Finest Hour. I won't bother getting them out, but show you the back. Now I think I got 2 of them. I accidentally bought 2, so I'll chuck one maybe at Jason, because he's got my chips and he's got my table. They're on permanent loan. I also got Fallout New Vegas. Now these, there's a set already in there. This is the other set. There's one more to collect, and that's the Nuka-Cola. There's that one to collect. I'd love to open these, but they're sealed. Assassin's Creed. Diablo. Right, this one's open, so away we go. Fable 3. You know, all these are, they just look weathered. That's all. Just weathered. I thought it'd be nice to get some packs of cards for as and when we do ever play poker again. Andy reckons he's got one set up soon, so we'll see. But does anybody else out there collect video game inspired playing cards? Just something I've sort of dropped into. Some of them get really expensive. There's a Nuka-Cola one that I want, which would complete the set. Spending £40 on that does seem a little bit dear. I've seen a Metal Gear Solid one. They look fantastic, I must admit. But they were going on close to £100. So I get it. I suppose just like games, there's a market for it. But yeah, let me know, guys. Do any of you collect any of the playing cards that's video game inspired? Let me know. Right. Should we do... So what we'll do, we'll get the PS5 out of the way. And then we'll do the collectibles. And then we'll finish off this on a retro high. Why not? Right, PlayStation 5. I've only got 4 games, and I must admit 2 of them I can't remember if I've showed them or not, so if I have I apologise. But anyway, the first one, I bought it because it was dirt cheap on Amazon. Fort Solis limited edition, and it says on the back there, excuse me, something top of my nose is itching. Fort Solis is condescend No, is that right? Condensed narrative thriller set on Mars with explosion, nerve-wracking set pieces and a deep plot to discover. So, a lot of time these games are going cheap, and this one's still sealed. If they're going cheap, there's something wrong, isn't there? They're either a bad game or whatever. But reading the comments and looking at the scores that it got, they're not half bad. And what people have said is it's more of a storytelling sort of game than anything else. But the visuals are absolutely incredible. So I thought, why not? It's cheap enough. We'll give this one a blast. So as and when I get round, if I remember, I'll get round to Tanya's.
Jack Leary, senior engineer en route to Fort Solace, in the Planum Quadrant, responding to an alarm. Suspected power failure, await further information.
Recording submitted.
Is there no sign of security?
No.
I think there may have been an incident here.
What the hell is going on, Jack? You need to leave and let Central handle it.
Helldivers 2. This game is absolutely nuts, and I mean nuts. I know that was, oh God, and I can't remember now for the life of me what the hell the film was called. You know, the one with the bugs Starship Troopers. Oh God, this is so close to Starship Troopers, it's untrue. It's absolutely untrue. But it's a crazy game. It's solid, it's hard, it's difficult, don't get me wrong, but it's a ton of fun and well worth playing. Now, on to one of two of what I said were modern day classics. Remakes. Well, this one's certainly a remake. I don't think it's a remaster. Anyway, Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark. So, I picked that up. Lucky that there's probably a disc in there. It's going pretty cheap. You are playing as Carnaby. Edward Carnaby. There's the back. I've not played this one yet. I really enjoyed Alone in the Dark, so I'm hoping this is going to be a faithful remake of that original game. So hopefully it is, and I'll really enjoy it. Now this next one. I didn't know anything about it. Correct me if I'm wrong, it was only ever released on the PC. I did say PlayStation. It's only originally released on the PC. But reading about it, yeah, because PCs I was never ever interested in. There's just, back in the day, they're just far too complicated, that's the wrong word. Every time you bought a new game, you had to update your graphics card, you had to update your sound chip, you had to get more memory. So it was a bottomless pit. It was a money pit, let's be honest, and you kept on having to buy more stuff for your PC or then upgrade the entire PC to play the damn games. And that was just like, I like gaming, but not that much. I'm not into it that much. I'd rather just a plug and play setup. I know a lot of the time the console games are nowhere near as good, but there is certain games out there where, the console games, they're actually way better than the PC, end of. I know it's few and far between, but it is what it is. But anyway, it's System Shock. I've never ever played this, so this is a brand new experience for me. So I get to play that original first-person shooter now. I suppose in a better way, in an easier way for me. And from what I can gather, you're either on some sort of ship or something, and there's tons and tons of cyborgs out there. A little bit of puzzle solving from what I can gather. You've got to navigate your way through the ship, if that's what it is. And I am only guessing because I've not really gone into it too much. But just reading the back now, face off against forces as a rogue AI gone mad. Experience the classic, is that dystopian horror shooter in a modern remake, giving a new generation of players the chance to fight Shodan, the space station. So it's space station that you're on. Space station's a deranged computer hell-bent on humanity's destruction. So there it is. I've never ever played this before. I'm really looking forward to it. From what I've seen, I really like. So, modern day classic. Remake of what was, from what I can gather, one of the best FPSs that ever got released. Correct me if I'm wrong. There you go. That's all the modern stuff out the way. We'll do collectibles next, and then we'll move on to the retro. Just grabbing that while it's still warm. Right, collectibles. And I'll be dead honest with you, these are all Fallout inspired collectibles. Some are books, some are not. I'll start off with this one. I saw it pop up. I had a scan to see if anybody else was selling one. They weren't. It stops at Fallout 4, but it gives you the history of Fallout. So it doesn't include Fallout 76. But what it does do, and this is it's almost like a proper hardback, except it's very thick cardboard. Sorry, you can't see that. I'll just show you a few of the pages. So, it just goes into so much detail. And I thought, you know what a wonderful collectible that would be. So I backed it. Like I say, I can't see anybody else selling this on eBay. So how rare it may be, I don't know. But I was very happy to pick this one up. So I got that. I then went and got, because I didn't have this one. Now I have got, oh God, I can't remember now if it's Vegas or 3. In fact, I'm looking up there. It's Fallout New Vegas official game guide. So, Vault Dwellers Survival Guide, Fallout 4. Now this is a thick book. It's a very thick book. So, just got that. We got the map. Just to flip to the back, does it tell me? No. Wow. It's got 544 pages. And it goes into a lot of detail. So, you know, it'll tell you about everything. I'm just looking here. Nat's dress, padded blue jacket, the patched suit, the Vault-Tec lab coat. It'll go into tons of detail about all the items that are in Fallout. It also gives you helpful hints. Tell you about the glowing sea. The hunter versus hunter, which is what I've done. I've done this again, but we haven't used the book. What we decided was, because you have got your maps and everything in there as well, for each level. We've decided that rather than dive straight into this and start using it, we'll use it for a backup if we get maybe stuck. But these are very collectible. It's a proper hardback. Some of them are really expensive, of which when I get to the other one there, I'll show you that. But what you also got with that was the cards. obviously what you start off with, excuse me, coffee's repeating on me. Agility. Look. Does make me giggle, this one. Strength. Budgie smugglers. Perception. Endurance. It's another one that makes me giggle. It's his face. It's comical. Charisma. And intelligence. So I got those with it. Again, limited issue. I don't think it tells us. Does it tell us anywhere how many of these were made? Because they are limited. There wasn't a huge amount published. I'll take another look at the book and just see if it has that on there. I'm sure it did somewhere. Was it on the front? No. I'm positive it tells me somewhere, but I can't see it. Anyway. So that's Fallout 4. Like I say, you got the map as well. I mean, we all know what maps are, don't we? So we got that. And obviously they're there to aid you within the game. Now the Fallout 76, that's a completely different story. Because it's this. This is massive. This is nuts. As you open it up, so I'll pull that out. I'll do the book first because that's the heaviest bloody thing. And again, hardback. Looks absolutely fantastic. You know, show the inside cover there. I doubt, I look how crisp this is. This was obviously purchased for somebody. I don't think they've ever bothered even using it. Now, I've never played Fallout 76. I've got it. I just never got round to playing it because of all the bugs and all the bad press that it was getting at first. I believe it is fixed. So, this will most certainly come in useful. And I'll just flip to the back. 544 pages. That's a good picture of the back. Let's see if I can just try and show you that. I do like that picture of the back there. You can see them in the distance. So that's that, and it's proper heavy. So what did we get in here? Right, that is everything. Right. So we got the map. We get another map which lists every single location. What you also get, I didn't think that was everything. Right, that is definitely everything now. What you also got was some notepads and some beer mats. Because you're going to need to make notes, aren't you? We then got some postcards, of which I'll quickly show you all them. I'll just make sure they are the right way up. Yes, they are. So, Toxic Valley. So, these are nice. Everybody likes a little bit of extra in a collectible. And you also got this print. It looks like it's a print of a painting. It does look beautiful, I must admit. So you get that as well. That's just Fallout 76. Honestly, the amount of stuff there. Now that's an expensive collectible. You will pay anything. I've seen people trying to sell them for anything up to £600. You'll easily pay between, I'd have thought, 80 to £100 if you can get away with it. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. Yeah, but I don't expect them to be cheap because they're top-notch quality. So I've popped that obviously into the collection, and the reason why I've done it is it's simple. Because of the TV series, there is massive hype on this at the moment, and a lot of this stuff is shooting up ridiculously. Some of the stuff I've seen, there's a weapon called the Fat Man, and what it does is it actually launches a mini nuke. It's about that big. These things are selling now for anything up to 50 quid. It's ridiculous. It's maybe worth a tenner tops, but it is what it is. Right, next bit, again, Fallout. I got a lunchbox for Fallout 3. Xbox 360. I wasn't bothered which, in all fairness, and I think I wanted the Xbox 360 because, as I've explained with Vegas, it's easier for me to play this on the Xbox Series X. So, opening it up, we have, of course, the game. Everything inside there. Nice manual and disc. So we have that. We also have the DVD, because a lot of these, I'm missing these bits. It's the making of Fallout. So we've got that. We've also got the soundtrack. Now, if you're into this stuff, brilliant. We've also got vault art. So you've got the book. And of course, it's not complete unless you have the bobblehead. And there is a ruck of these to collect for. So, happy to put that into the collection. It doesn't take up too much room. Unlike a lot of the other stuff that I've actually got. So, really chuffed with that. Really chuffed with that. But as I was scouring the internet and eBay and everything else, there was a fan inspired. Now this one, let's just go up there. It's done by Fanwares. Made in China, obviously. It's a Nuka-Cola lunchbox. Now, when I purchased the Fallout 4 Gamer's Guide, I got a game with it. So obviously, you know, I got my second copy of it in now. I can't remember if I've got Steelbook edition of this, but anyway, as I was scouring, I came across this Steelbook. Fallout 4, so it is official, it is Bethesda. And I must admit, that's it, there's nothing more in here. It's just fan inspired. I'm adding to it. So this had a game sticker in the top corner there. It had a sticker on the back. Sticker on the back, dead easy to remove, no problem whatsoever. The sticker on the front though was a completely different kettle of fish, and I'm going to be honest with myself, I can no longer see the mark that was there. It took forever and a day to get that off. I started off with just some gum remover, you know, like label remover. No, didn't do a damn thing. I was able to rip part of the label off, so I ripped it, and I went again, didn't do anything. I then went, sod it, let's do WD-40. So we went at it with WD-40. Not a sausage. It would not do anything. The glue had hardened that much. It was like cement. I ended up putting this under a baking hot tap and basically just rubbed my fingernail and my thumb till I removed all of the label but none of the gum. The gum, the glue, it was still stuck on there. And it was an absolute nightmare. I ended up leaving it for hours. I even tried, and it's actual adhesive, it's professional adhesive remover. I can't remember the maker brand. That wouldn't do anything. In the end, just persistent, slowly rubbing with a cloth. I'm worried that I was going to be taking the paint off. It did eventually come down to almost nothing, and the last bit was removed with my isopro alcohol. But that probably took anything up to 4 hours to get this damn label off there. So you can see, I've put the game inside it. It's not perfect. It has got a few little dints, but I think it adds character because of the game that it is. So we've got the map. We've got the Vault Dweller Survival Guide, and we've also got the Season Pass. So I've sort of created there my own little collectible. But as you can see, it is looking a bit bad in places. There's a little dent there, but you've got to look really close to see it. And it doesn't stay closed this side, but I had to take the steel book out of the plastic. I've straightened it a little bit better than what it was. I'm very happy with it. There's not many of these for sale, so I think this is again a true collectible, and I'm just happy to add it, and that will just stay in the tin for now. Pride of place. I will probably add a bobblehead at some point. If I can find anything else to be bothered, I may add other bits to it. But there you go. All in there. Like I say, very happy with it. Zap that first. Right, that's the collectibles all done with. We've got nothing left but the retro, and that's Atari 2600. Right, like I say, Atari 2600. I'll start off with a peripheral. And I bought this because I've never ever seen these in the original packaging. It's the paddles. The box is actually half decent. I will straighten it out as best I can. And the paddles, if you've not got a Scooby-Doo on what, you know, I'm not getting them out. I'm not getting them out. I was gonna, but no, sod it. Let's just look at the picture there. It's basically just one that you turn, you twist, and you shoot. So it's good for games like Breakout and stuff like that. So they were going cheap enough. I thought, sod it. You know, I've got the 2600 Plus now, so I know it'll work with them. So any games I feel, yeah, I'll break this out. So the first game I'm going to show you now, the box was beaten. Well, when I showed the picture on Instagram, somebody put that even looks like it was just dug up from a trash pile. E.T. The box is a bit battered. It did get crushed a little bit. We've got a label there. Little mark there, unfortunately, but we'll try our best to do something with that. But it is complete. I have already got the game, but I never had the box through it. So that was the reason why I got it. Now loads of people will turn around and tell you that this was the game that caused the console crash. Is it bollocks? You believe that, you believe anything. You know, and you hear people talking about how they found tens of thousands of these in a landfill. again, what a load of bollocks. You believe that? Again, you'll believe anything. I'm not saying that people didn't bin them. I'm not saying that some of the companies out there that decided, oh, you know what, we're not selling these, let's just throw them in the bin, and they went to landfill. Yes, but everything at that era went into landfill. Think about it sensibly. The cartridges on these back then was an expensive commodity. There is no way Atari is binning loads of these cartridges, because all they'd have had to have done was rip the labels off and reprogram the cartridge with another game. It's just, you're just throwing away inventory for the fun of it. So we've got that. It'll either have to go off to Tooty's ironing service to be spruced up, or I may do a video on it, but it's got some rips and tears in places, I know that, but it can be turned into a good box. I know it can. So looking forward to the challenge on that one. The rest of the games I've got, I gotta be honest, they're pristine. So I've already gone boxed. And just to prove that not all Atari 2600 games came in the same size boxes, there you go. That's rattling about in there something rotten, but Laser Blast, and these are fully complete. You know, the games on the front, the pictures, they had to look really exciting, and they did a fantastic job of doing that. The game, when you end up playing it, bears no resemblance to the box. None whatsoever. But these are just all in fantastic condition, and I'd go as far to say that I've got two that are in remarkable condition. Night Driver. That's another one. As you can see, I've cleaned it up. It's in the plastic box. It's looking very sweet. So I'll put that into the collection. We've got Missile Command. It's a game I've already got. But again, didn't really have the box, so I've got that now. Now these next two, this next one, it's possibly the best boxed version I've ever seen of any Atari 2600 game. Pole position. This has been really looked after. Fully complete. Looking oh so sweet. And it's a classic. It's such a good classic as well. So watch out that popping up in the 10-minute experience. And this last one, again, it's a game. I've got it loose cart. It's not cheap, but it's not at the ridiculous end of the Atari 2600 library. But I've never had the box version. But I played this originally on the Commodore 64. I never played this originally on the Atari, even though I know the Atari is a fantastic port of this. And it's such a brilliant game. It's a memory game at the end of the day. But that's Hero. And again, it's in fantastic condition. I am so made up with this. I really am. So made up. And it's a brilliant game. And all you are is, you've got a helicopter strapped to your back, and you've got to work your way through the cave, through the caverns, dodging the, I suppose, the environment, as well as any creatures that are on the way, and rescue the guy. It's as simple as that. But the levels get harder and harder as the game goes on, and it does become nothing more than a memory game. Do I go left now? Do I go right now? Because if you do take the wrong turn in, potentially it's instant death. But it's a brilliant game. Very addictive. Well worth the play. And I think that's us. Job done. I'm quickly scouring the room to make sure there is absolutely nothing else. I don't think there is. No, that's it, guys. That's it. Let me know your thoughts, as always. What you think. I don't think I've got anything else to add, but apart from playing cards, let me know. Is anybody else out there collecting playing cards? Or am I just loopy-loo? Yeah, I know. Right, thanks for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Catch you lot all again. Take care. Woohoo!